This is Rummy's Corner. Coming up on the 2nd of May from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, in a championship bout that will be streamed on DAZN, David Benavidez will move up to challenge the unified WBO/WBA Cruiserweight World Champion, Gilberto Ramirez. In his most recent bout last November, Benavidez defended his WBC Light Heavyweight Championship when he stopped Anthony Yarde in round 7. This will be his first fight at cruiserweight, and that is the biggest jump that can be made in terms of maximum weight limits. 25 pounds between the 175 limit at light heavyweight and the 200-pound limit at cruiserweight. For Ramirez, his last fight was way back in June of last year, when he won a 12-round unanimous decision against Uniel Dorticos to defend his unified cruiserweight championship. Since making the jump to cruiserweight, Ramirez is on a 4-fight winning streak. The only loss in his professional career happened down at 175 against the reigning king of the light heavyweight division, Dmitry Bivol. That fight happened in November 2022, and it was a lopsided unanimous decision for Bivol. The Bivol factor is perhaps one of the most interesting aspects of this cruiserweight showdown. Benavidez has explicitly stated that his move up to cruiserweight is not a permanent move up, and that he intends to drop back down to 175 after the fight. Naturally, the two big fights for Benavidez at 175 involve Bivol and his two-fight rival, Artur Beterbiev. Those two, of course, split their two-fight series for the undisputed crown at 175, and have both been out of action a good while since their rematch in February of last year, although Bivol will finally be making his return in late May. Inevitably, there will be comparisons between how Benavidez does against Ramirez at cruiserweight and how Bivol thoroughly outclassed him down at 175. The biggest advantage Ramirez has going into this one is that he is more accustomed to the weight. Otherwise, Zurdo is a southpaw who utilizes a high-volume pressure type of style, and despite being a physically big guy, he is just as happy digging away in tight quarters as he is boxing from the outside, perhaps even with a preference to press forward regardless of the fighting range. Given Benavidez's own relentless pressure style, this one is sure to be a fast-paced encounter with a great abundance of punching from both boxers. At the end of the day, however, Benavidez is technically more sound, and his blend of exceptional accuracy and suffocating volume make him a force to be reckoned with. The biggest challenge for Benavidez will be maintaining his usual form against a man that weighs in 25 pounds heavier than what Benavidez is accustomed to, and personally, I do not think that will be a major problem for Benavidez. For my official prediction, I am taking David Benavidez by a 12-round unanimous decision. For my take, I simply believe that Benavidez is the more talented of the two, and I do not believe that Zurdo's edge and experience at cruiserweight will be enough to overcome the superior ability of Benavidez. I think talent-wise, Benavidez is a cut above, and I believe it will show. So I like Benavidez by decision, but as always, what the hell do I know? I ain't exactly Quasimodo over here, but I am extremely fired up for this fight, and honestly, it's one hell of a month for boxing over at DAZN. On the very same day, the 2nd of May, we have the big-time showdown between undefeated Japanese prize fighters Junto Nakatani versus the undisputed junior featherweight king, the one and only Naoya Inoue. Also in May, we have Wardley versus Dubois, Usyk versus Rico, Hrgovic versus Allen, the return of Keyshawn Davis against Albright, the return of Dmitry Bivol, and more. It's one hell of a stacked schedule at DAZN in the month of May, and with 3 of those fights being pay-per-view, there is no better time to sign up for the DAZN Ultimate Tier, where you pay one price and get all 3 of those pay-per-views included in your subscription. Check the description for more details. So who do you think will win the Cruiserweight Championship fight between Gilberto Ramirez and David Benavidez? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.
Who did what?